So again, this prompt, by chasing my dreams, I will become, is also something that also help you to get rid of that limiting beliefs, or to understand that, you know, you really have to work on your limiting beliefs if you want to become that certain person. And I also love how she says that, hello growth mindset hackers, what's up? How is everyone doing? Welcome back to my channel. I'm really happy that you've decided to tune in into my new video. And for those who have never seen me before, have no idea who I am, well, welcome. My name is SaBine. I am a growth mindset mentor for female entrepreneurs, and I pretty much help them with all things growth mindset. So in particular, my three key areas are limiting beliefs, then we are creating a crystal clear vision for their business and also for their life, obviously, and then we're also talking about how to create these like success habits, these sustainable habits that they basically need to really build that business and then maintain the success that comes with it. And in today's video, I really want to talk about limiting beliefs. Before I do, give this video a like and also subscribe to my channel, because I have just started in my YouTube journey. I'm really trying to make it to 50 subscribers this month, so you would help me out a ton, like you really have no idea. And also one thing that I want to mention, behold my new background, because I'm not only a female entrepreneur, I'm also like a digital nomad, so we are constantly traveling, changing Airbnbs, and now we are so fortunate that we can spend some time in the Murky, in the summer college of my boyfriend's Finnish parents. And well, the thing is, I really tried to record this video outside, but then this happened. As I promised. Ooh, horsefly. Ooh. Obviously ooh. Ooh. I hate these flies. Literally no thank you. Like the horse flies this year, I'm not joking around. So now we just have to do it inside, but I feel like, you know, I think we can do with that. I think this works. But now let's just really jump into the video. So today we're really gonna talk all about limiting beliefs, and in particular about 7 journal prompts that you can use to really kind of rethink your limiting beliefs and to really overcome them in time. And I definitely have to give the credits to those prompts to Mia Fox, because some time ago I really wanted to dig deeper into limiting beliefs. As a mentor in this area, I always want to know also what other people are doing, you know, how they are approaching it. Are there any like strategies or methods that I haven't even come across yet that could also benefit you then, obviously. And yeah, then I basically came across Mia Fox's blog article, and ever since I've been a huge fan. So I will have all of the links down in the description box so you can check her out. She is a money mindset and manifestation coach, so her approach to these limiting beliefs and those 7 journal prompts are also going into the manifestation area. And I really found the content that she wrote and how she wrote about it so interesting that I thought, you know what, first of all, I'm going to try it. That was a huge success. And also I really want to kind of, you know, give you the spin on how you can approach it with a growth mindset, because obviously for me everything is about growth mindset. You know, it's all about understanding that you have the power to really change everything and to really create everything that you want to create. And that's why, again, I'm just going to give like my spin on those 7 prompts. Like I said, subscribe to my channel, like the video, you would help me out a ton. And let's just jump into the first journal prompt. Actually, before we do that, let me just give you like a very brief description on what a limiting belief is. I actually have a whole video up here on how you can overcome your limiting beliefs, how you can work with them. So it's a really good video if you really want to dive deeper into that whole topic. But I feel like for me, a limiting belief is something that you believe to be true about yourself, whether you have evidence or not. It's like a belief that you really think is true or not. And that limiting belief obviously is limiting you from taking action in your business, in your life, in your day-to-day life, in anything that you want to do. And that's why it's so important to really work against these limiting beliefs. And that's also why I really love these prompts from Mia so much, because they are so thought-provocative that I feel like if you only include one of them into your day-to-day journaling, it will already help you a ton. But let's just really now start with the first one. So here you can see the first one that Mia has, and it basically says, I am incapable or unworthy of And I think this is really like a great way of starting this whole like process on uncovering really your limiting beliefs, because essentially what you are doing here is you are writing down, like she says, everything that you think you are incapable of doing or basically unworthy of, which is like such a sad thought, but that's what we are really trying now to get you rid of. So basically what you are doing here with this first journal prompt, you are listing everything that you think is basically standing in your way, whether it's like a lack of skills that you don't have, whether it's like a lack of confidence that you have, which is kind of also a skill, and really like everything that is really holding you back on really building that business or on taking the action steps on starting in the first place. Because what's really important if you want to really what's really important when you really want to overcome your limiting beliefs, again, watch my video because I go into a lot of detail on how you can really do that, is really to know what your limiting beliefs are. And simply by writing it down, you will definitely have a list that probably might even shock you. Like if you think that there are so many things that you basically perceive as being negative of you, your personality, your skills, everything that you kind of need to, keep working on your business, it will definitely help you to start. Again, like with the limiting belief, generally what they do is they really keep us from starting something. And just by having like this exercise of writing down what it is that you think is holding you back is a really great way to really start. And sometimes just by writing things down, it's already like a great way to start on rationalizing things, seeing like, okay, like this is actually, you think this is ridiculous, this can happen. It definitely happened to me. It was kind of like an eye-opener to have like this list in front of me. So that's why, again, this first prompt that Mia has written down is a great way to start. But let's now move on to the second one, and that I feel like is also super, super important, because now that you know what you think, you need to know why. And if you've seen my videos, if you followed my content, you know that the why is always like the big thing. I always stress that you need to know why you are doing something. You need to know why you are not doing something. Like, what is the core thing? It's never enough just to know what is going on. You always need to know why and also how. But let's first now think about the why. So Mia basically says that this prompt really helps you to dig deep into your limiting beliefs. And basically, again, I could not agree more, because it's like, you're really like facing them if you're really trying to analyze where they are coming from. And that is super, super essential if you really want to get over them and start working on overcoming them. Because again, here the idea is that you also start rationalizing them. For example, if you are trying to build a coaching, so for example, if you are trying to build an online business and you want to have a service or a product, but you don't really know how to start, that not knowing how could already be a limiting belief, because it can trigger other limiting beliefs that might not even be true. So basically what you're doing here is, being afraid of starting is a limiting belief of yours, then you basically have to make things easy for you to start. I don't want to digress right now. Again, I will just have the video linked up there, but the idea here is to really dig deep and to understand that limiting belief, understand where it's coming from, and then maybe already realize that it's not even as powerful, or it shouldn't hold you back so much, because there's like some very simple techniques and steps that you can do to really overcome that limiting belief. Alright, so now let's jump into the third prompt. And I feel like, like I said at the beginning, this is like very growth mindset oriented. With this third journal prompt, we are definitely now moving towards a growth mindset, because I feel like the first two prompts were very fixed mindset oriented. It was about the things that you think are holding you in one place, the things that really keep you from moving forward, and you were just identifying them. You were writing down why. But now let's really try to really get that tendency when it comes to your limiting beliefs to a growth mindset. That's why this third prompt is so important, because it's basically about you writing down, if you were capable of doing anything, of achieving anything in your life, what would it be? That is the third journal prompt. And it's so important that you really write those things down, because first of all, they will really, lighten up, fire up your imagination. They will really help you to understand what it is that you actually want in your life. Because I feel like, a lot of people, they just live their life on a day-to-day basis, but they don't really go after their dreams, trying to build something. Obviously not everyone has to be or become an entrepreneur. But if you're watching this video, then you are definitely on that path, and I really want to help you to make everything come true that you want to make. And that's why this third journal prompt is really so essential, because it's basically, like I said, highlighting all of the things that you want to achieve in your life. You know, how you see yourself, how you see your life in the future, how your business is going to be like in the future. And then obviously you have to connect that with the first two things, because then you can basically see what is keeping you from going after that dream life. You know, if you put those things next to each other, you're also going to realize that, oh, like, I really have to work on my limiting beliefs if I really want to, you know, go after that dream life, if I really want to build that business and pursue that career that I really want and build the life that I really want to live. I said earlier in the video that if you only use one of those journal prompts, it's already going to help you a lot. But I feel like if you go through them like consecutively, it's definitely going to help you to really overcome them in a much faster way. And now let's move into the fourth journal prompt. And here it's basically all about, you know, building that belief in yourself, building that trust in yourself. Because again, this is like the second one where you really want to identify the why and the how. Because now you know the limiting beliefs that are really holding you back. You know what you want in life, and now you have to know how you will get there. You know, what is it that you have to do, what are the skills that you have to build, what is the mindset that you have to achieve that will really help you, you know, to get there, to have that clear vision, to build success habits that you really need, which again is what I'm all about. And that is why that fourth journal prompt now is so important, because it's not just about like action steps that you have to take. You also have to be mentally there to really, you know, be there to take action, and also be to sustain them, because it's all about, you know, when you're building something, I'm always saying, like, you have to grow through what you're going through. It's basically a process of also strengthening yourself, your character, your, you know, your self-esteem, your confidence. And that is also something that you have to write down. You know, now you're basically kind of outlining like the person that you have to be, but also like the person that you want to be if you really want to go after your goals, after that business, after that life. I always like, it always makes me smile so much, because I'm just so happy if I can really help people to get there. It's like, oh, everything to me. But yeah, anyways, basically when you're done with this journal prompt, then you have a big outline, like a good idea on who the person is that you have to become, that you also want to become if you want to really go after that business and that life that you want. And that was basically the what. And now let's really move on to the big why. And I also love again the prompt that Mia has written here, and it pretty much says reasons why I am worthy of my dreams. And again, this is such an essential point, guys, because you know, you have to like trust in yourself that you are worthy of doing those things. This will push your, you know, your motivation, your action taking so much, and it will always give you a reason on why you really should get up every single morning and take action and work on your business, on your dreams. And if you write down why you are worthy of those things, it will again give you more reason. Because if you remember now, the first prompt that you have written down, it was all about, you know, why you are unworthy of doing things, why you are unworthy of going that life that you really want. And now you really have to turn it around and write down why you are worthy of doing things. For example, if you want to build a business, then, you know, freedom could be like a great reason, like the reason of financial freedom, of creating your own schedule, also the freedom of maybe even employing other people, which is always like an absolutely beautiful reason. And then of course also like to make a change in the world. Most entrepreneurs, they are, you know, having products or services to really help other people, and that is a great reason to really, you know, start building a business. It's an absolutely amazing reason on why you are worthy of, you know, having this in your life, of really going after your dreams, and also, you know, making your dreams a reality. And that's what you have to write down. You have to write down, you know, again, this is a little connected with goal setting. I have, of course, a whole video about that you can watch up here. But it's really about, you know, for you to get clear on why you want to achieve those things. Again, it's a great motivator. It's a great trigger to take action. But it's also just like for your mental health, really important that you know that, you know, you're in it for like the good reasons. You're kind of in it for the greater good also of other people. And I feel like that is definitely a great reason on why you are worthy of kind of really achieving anything that you are setting out in your life. Now the sixth journal prompt, and again I totally love it, is by going after my dreams I will become. And I feel like that is again so important, because as I said earlier now in the video, you always have to grow through what you're going through. And again, you have already now written like this kind of script of the person that you are becoming, because it's not always about the end goal. I always like to say that, you know, if you're smart, you're never going to reach your goals, which is of course like a super controversial thing to say. But what I basically mean with that is that, you know, as you are going after your dreams, as you are going after a business, you are growing as a person, and you will come across, you know, different people with different perspectives. You will also come across like different opportunities. You will learn more, you know, you're getting into like more areas, more niches and things. So things will definitely change. And like, again, what I mean with you're smart by never reaching your goals is that basically you will continue, you know, developing as a person. You will probably continue to want more, and that I think is absolutely beautiful, because again, you will continuously develop yourself with dreams. You are constantly like up-leveling yourself as a person, and by doing that, you know, you will get more knowledge, and that is such an enriching thing in your life. So again, this prompt, by chasing my dreams I will become, is also something that also help you to get rid of that limiting beliefs, or to understand that, you know, you really have to work on your limiting beliefs if you want to become that certain person. And I also love how she says that for more inspiration and helping you shrink the list of your limiting beliefs, because like I said, those journal prompts, these kind of like small exercises, are really help you to also rationalize with your limiting beliefs. Because, you know, as you are working on those things, you might realize that this is actually such a thing, like such a negative thing to think about myself. And just by doing this exercise, you could even think like, why, like what on earth has really driven me for so long to have this like negative limiting belief about myself. And now for the grand finale, the 7th journal prompt says, I will no longer believe that. And again, I feel like that is such a powerful one, because with this one, you're not only, you know, identifying your limiting belief, you're not only, you know, understanding where it's coming from, you're really starting to like refuse to really take mental action to really go against that limiting belief. Again, if it's something that is a bit more rooted, I don't think she mentions that here in the text, if it's something that is a bit more rooted, like if it's like something that you just cannot get rid of by rationalizing it, then obviously you have to do way more work. But again, that's why you have a growth mindset, or that's why you really want to build that tendency towards a growth mindset, because you will understand that, okay, it's there. Like if you just have like a specific limiting belief, you have to acknowledge it. You have to acknowledge it, you know. It's not enough to just say like, I refuse to believe in it now, if it's something deeper. But again, if you just acknowledge it, that it's there, that you're like, okay, you know what, you are in my life right now, but I refuse to continue living with you, you know. I refuse to really let you keep me from going after my dreams, from, you know, building that business that I really want. So by refusing that it will continue to be side by side with you, you're really easing the path, you know, mentally for you to really start working against it, and to really like, you know, make room for a stronger belief. And yeah, that's pretty much all that I had for today's video. Again, go check out Mia. I really love her stuff, and I really wanted to give her kind of content a spin on growth mindset. I really hope that I succeeded, and that I made it a bit more clearer when it comes to a growth mindset, and not just like money manifestation or manifestation in general. So like I said, like this video if you've enjoyed it. Also, please subscribe to my channel. I'm really trying to grow in July to 50 subscribers. It would help me out a ton. And yeah, follow me on Instagram. The name is right here. Again, I will have everything down in the description box, and I will talk to you in my next video, and also in my stories on Instagram. Bye guys.